What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Savvy, and welcome back to the Savvy Show. And today we got another recommendation that was on my radar. It looks pretty cool. Looks like a hybrid nine-tailed fox slash werewolf, and hopefully it's going to be a juicy one. So with that being said, we're reacting to SCP-953, Polymorphic Humanoid. So this one, like I said, it looks interesting. It literally looks like a she-wolf per se, or like a nine-tailed fox wolf entity, or like a mystical being. That's what I'm assuming from just looking at the thumbnail. But like always, we shall see what this SCP is really about today. So if you guys are excited for this reaction and more reactions in the future, please remember to smash that like button. If you do enjoy my reaction, it will mean the world, and it takes less than a second. And also remember to smash the sub button as well. Hop on in, join the family. I make content for you guys daily, so you will never be bored on this channel. Trust me, it's going to be a nice place to hang out. And also remember, turn on post notifications as well too, so you know exactly when I'm dropping doses of heat, because most of the time I do multiple uploads a day. So it just behooves you, if you want to catch it and not miss out on one, you know, turn on that post notifications. And like always, a link to the original video, it's in the description below. Feel free to check it out. But without any further ado, let's get this show started. Alrighty, SCP-953, Polymorphic Humanoid. Let's go.
Viewer discretion is advised. Oh God, there were the bowls, the ones we'd been eating out of. But the meat, it wasn't beef or pork, it was him. And the rice, maggots, crawling in his flesh. He'd have to have been dead for days.
Him?
Hello everybody, I'm TheRubber. Today, we bring you SCP Foundation,
Damn.
Peter Class Object, SCP.
Got these guys eating freaking relatives.
SCP-953, also known as the Polymorphic Humanoid, is a female red fox with 9 tails. It displays polymorphic properties and enjoys taking the form of various other objects and beings, most commonly an attractive Korean female.
That makes sense. So just get this out of the way. The original form is the nine-tailed fox. That's the original form. Everything else is just like polymorphic form, so you could turn into anything. And that is cool because it ties to like the mythology with like nine-tailed, foxes. They could transform as well, so that is pretty cool.
The one weakness to its transformations is that it keeps at least one part of its true form when in human form. This allows it to be easily spotted in a group, just by searching for the one person with fox features, whether it is a tail, ears, paws, or something else.
Damn.
However,
everything's changing.
Use clothing to try and hide these features.
Sheesh.
In addition to polymorphic abilities, 953 displays moderate-level psionic abilities, namely suggestion and telepathy. Although insufficient to fool an outside observer, a deceived victim can be convinced of a variety of false facts, including the nature of 953, its own nature, and the nature of things around it.
What is her nature?
953 has used this in the past to deceive a police officer into believing there was no screaming coming from a hotel room where she was staying, convince a mother to roast and eat her own child, and also—
Whoa!
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
That escalated way too quick. First, you got just yelling down the hallway in an apartment, and now convincing a mom to roast her child and eat her? Bro, could you like ease me into this? Like, come on, man. What the heck?
Forming a disgusting necrophiliac acts towards the fiancé of Agent Ramsey. SCP-953 has been encountered by the SCP Foundation numerous times.
She's a menace.
With the first encounter having taken place in Busan, Korea, shortly after the Second World War.
Dang.
To date, 953 has escaped and been recovered 6 times, resulting in the deaths of many SCP agents during various incidents.
You gotta put her down. There's some of these SCPs you gotta put down. I'm just saying right off the rip, bro. Like, the vibes I'm getting, like, this ain't safe to have. Like, bro, and I usually never say that.
The latest escape, 953, was not heard from for over a few years.
Bruh.
Until suddenly resurfacing in Pennsylvania at YIFCon, which it had been attending in the guise of a Fury enthusiast.
Wow.
Before being captured, 953 carried out over an estimated 27 murders
Bruh.
of convention staffs and attendees.
What am I saying? Put this girl down, bro. Like, yo, this SCP's out of hand. It's not like this super strong, but like this one's just too vicious right now.
Any other single incident to date. The mutilated bodies were found in various places throughout the hotel, including inside a mattress,
Bruh.
hanging from a shower curtain, and served as the main course at a hotel banquet.
She's wildin'!
Surviving attendees were administered Class A amnesty
God.
and released from Foundation custody. Foundation personnel assigned to capture 953 after this latest incident noted that the subject appeared listless and apathetic.
No, shut up. No, you better not be buying for that, bro. She's trying to fool you guys. She ain't apathetic or anything. She knew exactly what she's doing. Lock her up for life, bro. But don't give her no free time. Like, y'all better not be playing with me with this one, bro. Like,
resist capture. No further casualties have resulted from 953 from that date. SCP-953 is to be kept in a 4 by 3 by 3 meter containment cell at the end of hallway 99 at Site 17. 953 is to be provided with 1.5 kilograms of fresh liver daily for consumption. Clean drinking water in plentiful quantities. Clean beddings to be exchanged by 953 and laundered weekly. Small luxury items like plum wine and reading materials may be provided as an occasional reward for good behavior as part of psychological conditioning.
I could understand these good behaviors and shit, but like, when you have SCPs that are like this vicious, is that necessary? All this extra comfort a week? I'm sure she's a fox, so I'm sure if it's once a month, annually, she will be okay for like comfort. I mean, I know you have to do these things for like probably research reasons, but if that's not the case, she ain't having a good time here. Like, yo, what? Like, come on now.
Direct human contact with SCP-953 is strictly forbidden due to SCP-953's mind-altering properties.
For real.
For this reason, all personnel must stay outside the 100-meter safety zone when the sealed door is opened. Delivery of food and other items will be carried out by an automated robotic assistant. If containment fails, 953 can be theoretically terminated by gunfire. However, due to its nature, recognizing 953 may be difficult. Because of the inadequacy of purely physical containment procedures to control SCP-953, psychological containment is also necessary.
Oh.
For this reason, the approach to SCP-953's containment chamber is to be lined with open-cage dog kennels, preferably of the Korean Jindo, or American Foxhound breed. 953 displays an extreme phobia of domesticated canines.
Damn.
And will not pass within 10 meters of one, especially when canines are barking or alerted.
Really?
She also hates it and tends to get agitated when she's referred to as kitsune, the Japanese word for fox, instead of a kumiho, which is instead a Korean nine-tailed fox.
Oh.
953
Makes
is
sense.
to be considered hostile to human life, dangerous, and
Yeah.
armed at all times.
Yes.
Any transport must be done under the supervision of at least 6 armed personnel.
I think you need a little bit more
Its
too.
preferred killing method is a barehanded strike to the abdomen, penetrating the abdominal cavity and removing the liver, which it will later consume.
This SCP is doing
If
too
given time,
much.
However, it will choose to linger over its kill, torturing its victim,
Tony,
as
bruh.
it seems to enjoy the infliction of pain upon another sentient being. One of 953's most disgusting acts
Why is Rubber in cahoots with this SCP now?
was when a Japanese
Oh
agent,
my god, look at this
probably
dude's
better known as
face.
Agent 3, and his 2 other teammates, hereby known as Agent 1 and Agent 2, were sent out to capture 953.
Let's see it.
Agent 3 was the only survivor of the incident, during which he accomplished the task of capturing 953 alive.
Oh.
The following is a transcript of the after-action debriefing
Let's see his
took
full
place
body.
following SCP
Run to your body, bro.
securement. We got on site and went to the morgue, looked at the bodies. I used the cover story of a reporter investigating the crimes. Told them Agent 1 and Agent 2 were my photographer and assistant. Turns out they were thinking that it was a wild animal, based on the nature of the wounds and a little old lady's account. The old lady saw 953 eating her cow when she went out into the rice field. Then we saw this girl sitting under a waterfall, combing out her hair. She had this thin robe on. We knew it had to be 953 because of her feet. She was trying to hide them, but she wasn't doing it right. Agent 1 and Agent 2 smiled. Even I thought we had the edge on her.
Oh my god.
Oh God, we were stupid. She knew we were after her.
This is just idiotic too, because they said they needed at least 6 personnel to transport her to another location if that was the case. But they instead, when she's actually out and about, they only send 3 agents to try to capture her back. But it takes 6 agents at least to get her when she's already locked up to transport her. Like, where's the logic in that? It's obviously going to go bad.
She knew we knew what she was. She pretended to let her guard down just enough so that we could feel smug in our overconfidence.
Oh, God.
She told us that she had a cottage nearby, offered to serve us dinner, introduce us to the others.
Oh, no.
Agent 1 and Agent 2 thought we should go with her. Said there was a chance there might be other victims.
True.
She took us to this cottage, a pretty little place, old and rustic, but really homey. She took us inside, served us dinner.
Of her
Agent 1
victims.
calls her a perfect wife. Demure, kind, sweet, and respectful.
She's too dangerous.
She served us rice and pickled turnips and some kind of meat. Then we went to bed feeling sleepy and tired. In the middle of the night,
Bruh.
I woke up and saw that Agent 1 wasn't there. Figured he'd gone to take a pee or something. So
Y'all supposed to be agents, bro. Why are you spending the night and not on alert? Like, y'all know what she is, right? So why are all you guys sleeping? Why, when you guys, like, on post for, like, an hour, you guys switch off and stuff? Like, what the hell?
decided to go for one myself.
Jesus.
I went behind a bush and saw, well, she was there with Agent 1, and they were kissing.
Now we see what's going on. Agent 1 was trying to get a little something.
Suddenly, she bit his tongue off. All of it. And then she spit it out and showed it to him, just so that he could see it happening. Agent 1 tried to scream, but she'd torn his throat out with her teeth. Then she stabbed her hand into his belly. Agent 1 was gurgling and trying to push her off. He was bleeding all over the place.
She wants that liver.
But she just pushed him to the ground and started working her fingers in his belly. Reached in deep and pulled his liver out like she was gutting a fish and swallowed it whole. Then she started peeling his skin off.
What?
Like an orange or something. I didn't stop.
Bro, what?
I ran back to the room, shook Agent 2 away.
Oh my
Told
goodness.
him we needed to get going. I went for our weapons, grabbed my .45.
Hey.
Agent 1 walked in, asking what was wrong. So I shot him. He was dead. His eyes were glowing yellow. What the hell kind of human being has glowing yellow eyes?
What kind of powers does she have then?
Agent 2 grabbed his gun.
Along with
and pointed
everything
it at
else.
me. He started yelling at me to put the gun down.
Oh,
And that's
wow.
when
Because he didn't see what
953
happened.
Grabbed him from behind.
Damn.
When the gun went off, he shot me in the upper shoulder.
Ooh.
I fell down screaming, and I heard a loud cackling laugh.
Bro, yo. I'm sorry, but like, the SCP Foundation got to put this SCP down. I don't care what you need to study. Put this girl down. Put this nine-tailed fox down, bro. Like, it's too wildin' right now.
I crawled into the living room where we'd had dinner earlier that night
Oh my
and tried to
god.
slam the door shut. Rice paper screen, not going to help, but I needed something between us. There, I saw a man laid out where the dining table had been.
Oh my god.
His eyes were wide open, and his skin was flayed open. Oh God, there were the bowls, the ones we'd been eating out of.
Mm-hmm.
But the meat, it wasn't beef or pork.
It was human.
It was him. And the rice, maggots, crawling in his flesh. He'd have to have been dead for days.
Yo,
How? We'd seen him at the base of the mountain just yesterday.
bro. The rice were maggots, and y'all didn't notice that. Y'all didn't notice it moving. Y'all didn't notice it. Well, what kind of agents of the SCP Foundation finding these dudes from, bro? Like,
I threw up.
oh my god.
Some of them were still alive, crawling in my vomit. I stabbed her in
Idiot.
her gut with a punji stick,
Hey.
which slowed her down a bit. And then I dragged myself across the river. Couldn't swim, hit my head on the rocks, went downstream at least half a mile through the rapids.
Why though?
I got to the van, broke a window, and grabbed a flamethrower. I flicked on the sparker, managed to get it around
Ooh.
just as she came out of the tree line.
Get him, roast, roast.
And that was when the retrieval team found me.
Oh,
953.
hella close.
They took her away and got me to a hospital. I had a raging infection for days. Remember to check out...
Bro! Yo, I hope the conclusion is this SCP is going to get capped. Like, for real. Like, this SCP was pretty crazy. Honestly, one of the most brutal SCPs I have ever reacted to, I think. I think she is one of the most brutal ones. Yeah, she definitely is. Yeah, that was just insane. And like her moveset and her powers too, it just made her even more broken. Like the mind control, and then the last thing with the dudes with his glowing eyes, like he's alright, like he wasn't just dead a few seconds ago. Like what was going on with that? So this was a good one. Thank you for the recommendation, guys. This was a good one. It was pretty gruesome, but they need to put this SCP down. Yeah, so with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this reaction, you guys enjoyed this SCP, please remember to smash that like button. It'll mean the world. Also smash the sub button as well too. Join the family. I make content like this daily for you guys, so you'll always get that fix of SCP heat. And like always, remember to turn on post notifications so you don't miss a drop. But unfortunately, that concludes the show. However, I'll catch you guys on the next one. With